I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're going to show you how to properly prepare your pole and cast your pole and maybe even catch a fish.
This is what you need for catfishing. You need some bobbers and one bobber. You need a weight, some pretty good sized hooks, and some wild cat shad. It smells terrible, but this for the little hooks. Got to get kind of big ones for catfish because they got some big mouth. And then for a bobber, you can use a small bobber or a big bobber, just depending on how bad your eyesight is. This one you can see better, obviously, because it's bigger. But I'll just use that one because I don't have bad eyesight. And then you need a weight. You can put 2, 3, however many you want on there to make it go as far as you want. The more weight, the farther it'll go. And then I hope I can find that weight in the grass. And this stuff is nasty. Smells like dog poop and looks like dog poop, but that's what catfish love in their bottom feeders. So you just put the line however far you want it, with the bobber, that far or whatever. You cast it out there and you let it, it's supposed to be kind of closer to the ground since they're bottom feeders, and then that's where you'll catch something. Another thing I forgot to mention about catfish is you can get this little bell. You put it on your line, clip it to your line when you're night fishing, and then that way you can set your pole down and go chit chat with your friends or do whatever you need to do. And then once you hear go,
you better get your butt to that pole, baby.
You better run to that fishing pole and start reeling in that catfish, boy.
So now what we're going to do is talk about how to bass fish. Now that he's already explained how to catfish. Over here, you got your worms. You can use these worms with a hook. Normally you'll get about a little medium-sized hook. You don't want to get it too big of a hook. It's about a medium-sized hook. You put this worm on the hook, you cast it out, man, you reel it slowly. You'll reel you in a good bass, I'm telling you. But there's many ways to bass fish. You got lures like this is a diamond jitterbug. You got bright lures like this, so that the bass will see this bright color in the water and they will chase after this. They will hook on there and you will have you a fat bass.
Bright
Post
color.
on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever kind of social media you use. You got all different kinds of bass lures. But if you're like me and you like to just fish and throw your lures back in, your tackle box is a little disorganized. So a little advice is to keep your tackle box organized. That's about it on how to bass fish.
I'm about to teach you how to tie your line properly. What you do is you stick it through that little hole right there, pull it through, then stick it back through that little hole, make a little loop. And what I do is put my thumb right there so that that loop doesn't go all the way back down to it. I just hook myself right there. Try not to do that. And then what you do is you wrap the line around however many times you want to, but I do it 3 to 4 times. Then get your line, stick it back through the loop, and you got that line. It won't break. This isn't a very thick line, but it's what you do.
That's a knot that won't be broken.
Exactly.
By no size bass.
Then you cut your little line, your remaining line, or you can cut or bite off, but I don't have a nice line. I'm gonna have to bite it off without breaking your teeth. All right, Jonathan, you ready to go fishing?
Well, one thing you forgot to mention
Oh, what is that?
is you can go to the store and get a swivel. And what a swivel is it's something that you can tie on your string, just like you just did this lure. But instead of retying the string every time you want to put a new lure on there, you just unclip the swivel. It's like a paper clip. You just undo the little swivel and you put another lure on there and you're good to go. Instead of having to retie it every time, So it's real good for people who are lazy. All right, so we told you how to bass fish. We told you how to catfish. Not in that order, because we told you how to catfish before bass fish. Now what I'm going to teach you about is brim fishing. These hooks right here, these little hooks, that'll catch you a brim. You can get these hooks. I got a box of hooks. This is 30 hooks. I got them for $1.97 from Walmart. It's a deal you can't pass up. That's why you don't go to Bass Pro or Dick's. You go to Walmart. Walmart has everything for cheaper. You tie that hook onto your line. You put some corn on it. That's the old-fashioned way on how to catch a brim. Or you can put some little worms on it. By little worms, I mean something just as simple as this. You catch this on your hook. Put this on your hook, I mean. You don't even have to cast it out far. You just let it sit for a second. You'll have brim biting at you every other second. You'll be reeling them in, cook mommy and daddy a good little dinner.
If you catch a fish, you can use pliers. You can either put the pliers in the mouth of the fish to grab it and then get the hook out, or if the hook is in the fish pretty bad and it's real hard to get out, you can use the pliers. Just hold the fish by the mouth and get the pliers, because that'll be easier. But we're men, we don't use pliers. We're not sissies. If you're a sissy, you use pliers.
I told you how to fish for brim, catfish, bass. Well, what we really told you how to fish in order was catfish, bass, and brim. But anyways, there's many other types of fish out in all these different kinds of lakes, all around our houses, all around our states and our countries and our world. But real men fish for those three types of fish. I can't really think of another real man that would fish for any other fish. They're the best tasting, best looking.
Well, actually, trout is pretty good.
Trout is pretty good, but I think catfish is good, man. You add some ketchup.
Salmon's pretty good.
Salmon's all right, but real men don't fish for that.
Well, that is true. I'm just saying, tuna tastes pretty good too.
Real men just go to Walmart and buy the tuna and then fix it on the sandwich. You know?
What you do, tell your lady friend that you caught all these fish, but really just go to Walmart or somewhere, buy the fish, buy the tuna, whatever you want, salmon, trout. Tell your woman that you caught that for her.
See?
Prepare her dinner.
And you basically went trout fishing or salmon fishing. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to call it. Man, we're going to catch us a fish.
We are.
And y'all are going to catch y'all a fish too after watching our video. Once again, I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Taylor.
And I hope we've given you enough information where you can go to any lake in this world and go catch you a fish. Mainly bass, brim, or catfish. But if you want to get any of those other sissy fish that you can go get at the store, do that as well, but I don't prefer it.
And that's your hook, line, and sinker.